This is not a drill. What you guys read in the title is exactly what today's video is going to be about. This is the best under center rollout glitch defense in the game. I've seen people talk about, oh, you can't run under center rollout contain defense because there's a way to glitch contains. Listen, we're not going to be worrying about contains. In fact, we're going to be using contains to bait the rollout because I am that confident in today's defensive setup. So make sure you guys get out your pen, your pad, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This is a banger. Please help this video get 300 likes if this helps you at all. Honestly, if any of the content on this channel has ever helped you, drop a like on this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because this is something that I've been holding back for my gridiron folk. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start off with how I'm going to set up my defense. This will apply to the nickel over or the nickel 2-4 defense, and we're going to use the same package for either of those defenses. Now, before we do that, what I want you guys to do is get your players where you want in this defense. Basically, with this, we obviously are going to be focusing on the rollout. I like to have lurk artist linebackers. So do you. You guys know what you guys want at this point. So I'm going to set up my depth chart accordingly. Now, the reason you want to sub everybody in first is that when you activate this package, it might sub out some players. So I put all my players in and out where they need to be, and I'm going to flick the right analog stick over left one time until it says free safety inside. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Zan, we know about the 3 safety rule. You talk about it in every video. Yes, I do, because it's very important, but that is not the reason why we're using this package. Believe it or not, the reason we are using this package is because it changes our defensive tackles assignments. Now, I'll go under center here in a second, but let's just take a look at what my defensive tackle assignments are in by default. You take a look right here. We got vertical hooks left and right, hook curls left and right, bluff blitz, man coverage, QB spy, and blitz. None of these help us out with what we're dealing with, which is the rollout glitch. And you'll see that I've got this on both of my defensive tackles in general. So we're going to flip that over to the free safety 1 inside package, which is going to give us our outside third adjustments, but it's also going to really change how we're going to be able to play with this. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to hop under center, and I'll just do some rollouts here. It doesn't really matter what formation they're in. Wing slot is obviously very popular. We've talked about this before. But what we're going to do from a coaching perspective is we are going to set our curl flats to 0 and our flat zones to 30. Now, the defense that I would recommend setting up that's the easiest is going to be cover 3 cloud, but you guys can call whatever coverage you want and, you know, kind of set this up however you see fit. Now, the cool thing that I've heard people say again is, well, it doesn't matter if they're running contains. There are going to be ways to glitch contains to make contains disappear. I don't disagree with any of that, but the point we're going to be using here is that we're not using the contains to defend the quarterback. So keep in mind that with our setting on this, we've got these 30-yard blues. We're going to shade this coverage down universally. And the reason that we're doing that is we want both of those blue zones to be able to play corner routes because they're trying to roll out and chuck corner routes. So you can individually back these guys up if you really want to. If your opponent's running the ball a lot with the stretch bubble out of whatever formation, you might leave them down in the box. But what we're going to do is we are going to QB contain, and I want you to take a look at my defensive tackle adjustments. They're no longer vertical hooks left and right, hook curls left and right. This now gives you the ability to utilize a vertical hook if you so wish, but now we've got hard flats and curl flats available to us. Now, what I would recommend if you're not sure, you just know your opponent's rolling out, we're going to run those 0-yard purples on both sides. Now, I know what you're saying, Zan, you don't have any pass rush here. This is against people that are hike and haul rollout players. Obviously, if you face someone that occasionally drops back in pocket passes, this is not going to be as valuable for you. But if you're facing somebody that runs the conventional bunch and then audibles down and rolls out from under center, this is perfect for that, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to have this 0-yard purple. Now, I've taught 0-yard purples before on defensive ends. I've taught them on outside linebackers. Sometimes you probably notice that those 0-yard purples will jam a tight end off the line instead of running out to the flat in a 0-yard purple. A defensive tackle in a 0-yard purple does not do this. Also, keep in mind with the nickel over, if you show blitz, it walks the safeties down super low, which takes away not only the quick passes off the line, but it just gives you extra bodies for defending the run. This now turns our front into a glorified 4-4. This doesn't scream, I should run the ball to me, especially if I'm a rollout artist. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how players like to roll out. A lot of narrative out there about play action based plays, and this is true. They do a good job of glitching out contains, but it doesn't really matter because we're not worried about whether or not our contain does its job. We're worried about the purple zone. I'll just kind of set up a route combo, use the smart routed option route, which runs super deep in the middle of the field. And we're going to design our rollout. So whether it's, a slide protect, a double team, a slide protect, and ID the mic, whatever you want to do to this contain, however you seal it, however you glitch it, it doesn't matter because you're not doing anything to the purple zone. Now, from the defensive point of view, we are going to click the right analog stick in as our opponent rolls out. What this is going to do is this is going to make it so that the purple that we have set to 0 is going to chase the quarterback. Now I'm going to roll out here and you're going to see that as I go to do this, in this example, I wasn't able to glitch this contain, but I am going to show you here that with this particular setup, you will sometimes face players that do know how to glitch contains. So I'm just going to go ahead and, put like a double team icon on him again. Some players will block, a tight end or whatever, slide protect, do a double team over there, kind of up to you. But again, here with the whole purpose of this, I'm just going to set up kind of like a rollout to the right. I want you to watch my purple zone. As soon as I get out of the pocket, I am going to send him. And you see that this makes me have to make a throw right away. This is not giving you time for a corner route to get open. This is not giving you time for a skinny post bomb to get open. This is not giving you time for really anything to get open. Now, of course, I'm using Brady. My Brady's 95 speed. That's more than fast enough to do these raw glitches. It does get faster with, like a Lamar Jackson style quarterback. But again, it doesn't matter that they glitched out our contain here, that he got sealed by the double team, because the real contain is our 0-yard setting. So as soon as this quarterback goes out wide and breaks pocket, I click the right analog stick in to send him. And this is going to make him have to throw the ball before he can even get to the hash marks. And this works with a rollout to either side. So that's why I said that this is really, really good for the purpose of defending players that, even if we want to pinch our defensive line and bait it, this is really, really good for dealing with those players. Now, with this, let's go ahead and roll to the other side. So I'm going to do a slide protect, a double team, kind of the same deal here. Rolling. I'm just using peppers to have to make a choice right away before anything actually gets open. Okay. Now, again, you could use zone drop blues set to 30. You could run, like a cover 4 base align and press with this and change your flats to blues, your curl flats to, blues, whatever it is you want to do with this. It's totally up to you. So let's go ahead and run another example. I'll just run quarters. I'm going to go ahead and show blitz. I'm going to shade my coverage down to change my purples to 30s. And now we're going to go ahead and run our defensive tackles in our 0-yard purples. And it, really doesn't matter from there. We're in a good spot. So I'm going to go ahead and click off of Nitschke here. Again, your user is going to be tracing the middle of the field, kind of baiting the throw to the running back out of the backfield, whatever it is you want to do. But now when they go to run their little rollout, you're going to see here, it doesn't matter. I'm sending JJ Watt. I have to make a choice right away. Obviously, in that situation, probably throw the short corner route. But again, you're going to change up what you're doing with your outside zones accordingly. If they're throwing short corner routes, then you're probably going to say, you know what, let's go ahead and run a base align. Let's run a base align and press here on this. Have that blue set to 30. I'll go ahead and just roll my coverage with those outside third adjustments here. So that way I've got the ability for my zone on the outside to guard that. Now from here, I'll just have a purple and I'll lurk on Nitschke. Totally up to you on this. Now, when they go to throw their short little corner route, do their rollout manipulation, however it is they want to do it, look, I'm sending JJ Watt. I've got no time, and now I'm lurking it. So this is how you guys are going to be able to force your opponents to, make throws quickly when on the run. This is how you guys are going to be in a spot to better defend really any rollout offense. Again, the trick with this is those purple zones by the defensive tackles. The problem, once again, that a lot of players, I've taught 0-yard purples time and time again for years. I've been teaching this since the escape artist days with the quarterback Derrick Henry. The problem with edge players in zeros is sometimes they get into a hand fighting game with vertically releasing tight ends and slot receivers. They sometimes get bumped by these routes. Sometimes they do a little zone chuck on them before they get out. And if they're busy kind of jamming a tight end off the line and somebody's rolling out, that's time lost for this player to get to the flat. A defensive tackle does not worry about this. He's going straight to the flat, And as soon as they turn around, I'm clicking the stick in to send them. Obviously, you guys can kind of play around with your depth chart. Theme team all-stars are a thing. If you guys are playing regs, put your fastest players at those defensive tackle spots to make sure you have fast defensive ends that you could package in. There are other packages in the game that allow you to somehow glitch linebackers into these spots as well. So if you want to set up your depth chart accordingly, so you can get like 96, 97 speed mutt linebackers with lurk artist. Other little things you could add in, edge threat elite for the under pressure. That way, when you click the stick to send it, the under pressure component kicks in to make your opponent make a bad throw out in the flat while scrambling. That's really, really slept on, and can be a game changer for you. But this is certifiably the best rollout defense in the game. You don't have to worry about contains getting glitched. You don't have to worry about blitzing slot corners. They're going to run right into their own trouble. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This one is an absolute banger. Please give this video a like. I'm hoping for 300 on it. I'm hoping for a lot more than that. It really helps push this channel out. Drop comments below. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.